their type of basketball. Their defense has got to force turnovers as Karl Malone and Shawn Kemp get ready. They got to get to the hoop. Seattle doesn't finish strongly. That's particularly Gary Payton there. And their interior game has to set up lots of three-point shooting for Seattle.
Well, this game has been a day too late for everyone. All these players are ready. You talk about sweaty palms. They really want to get at each other. And I think if they had played yesterday, certainly they would be the victors.
Teams have gotten off
over 80%.
Hersey Hawkins, who has sworn to come out more aggressive. Shawn Kemp with the turnaround.
The crowd.
Look for a very physical game here today. Malone shot no good. Kemp with the rebound.
Green sets the first on Karl Malone with a wild elbow. Then on Irvin Johnson.
Pass inside, picked off by the Sun.
Pushing him back.
Payton.
Games 5 and 6 was come up with the loose ball, have that energy, make the big plays.
Traveling violation is called. No basket. Turnovers. We still have a 2-0 game. 10-10 to play in the first. Stockton breaks free.
Perfect execution in the half courts. John Stockton off the high post pick. His biggest obstacle today, John Stockton, is going to
try to take advantage of Morris and Russell.
Hornacek down the lane off the pass from Malone.
Karl.
Tied at 4. Stockton top of the key for 3.
Real John Stockton showed up in game 6 and appears to be carrying that forward. That's 5 early. Shawn Kemp.
Stripped to the ball, out of bounds to Utah.
In the overtime of game 5, got an offensive rebound, made some steals. That jumper for life in his game.
Shooting just 27% from behind the line so far, and he hits a second straight one.
Shot for 5 games, and suddenly he's can't miss. A big story for the Utah Jazz.
Kemp will go to the line for the three-point play.
Oh, for years, just going right in. Once the contact goes, just continuing right through. The disappointing and disconcerting thing.
They lead at 13-6.
It's an extremely athletic and talented Utah team. Steps. Or 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Kemp telling his team, we got to move, we got to find angles. The defense of the Sonics.
Gary Payton really whacking Stockton away from the ball.
Malone off the mark. Rebound to Hersey Hawkins.
He said, well, it's a foul. But, you look at Hersey Hawkins trying to be more aggressive. That means if they're going to spread things out, Malone, travel.
To the cutter. That play is open right away. Karl Malone shuffles his feet on the nice rotation.
Came up with a 3-point win in overtime. The Sonics swore to come out more aggressive in game 6, but did not in Salt Lake City. They're trying to do that again here, and Gary Payton scores. Malone with a pass to Stockton.
Defense in. That's something they have not done well in this series as their three-point shooting has slumped horribly the last 4 games.
Malone will go to the line and shoot 2 off the nice pass from John Stockton.
Tentative and hesitant about shooting the ball.
Greg Foster has also come off the bench, and Kemp goes right around Foster for the basket. Hornacek pops off of the pick and gives it back to Malone, who works on Sam Perkins. Fall away, front rim, Perkins with the rebound.
Having in this entire series, he's played magnificently in reserve behind Stockton.
Now you look at the way Hawkins is really shadowing.
There's another throwaway. This time Hornacek, and Kemp is fouled on his way to the basket.
Cross-court passes. That's the way they lost game 2 when John Stockton did it. Now they're feeding Shawn Kemp, Hersey Hawkins, and a breakaway foul call.
And exactly the kind of turnovers Seattle was.
He's got one of the quickest releases in the league, and he's able to get that one up and down.
Nice weak side rotation by Foster.
Perkins for 3. His defensive player of the year with the play. Drive, gives to Hawkins.
Defense leading to offense.
Team down.
Particularly with Stockton playing so well.
Shot clock down to 5. Malone comes up shy. Kemp with the rebound. Brian Russell. And the lob into Malone. And Malone overshoots the basket.
Game 7 situations, you don't want to look back on this 5 or 10 years down the road and think that you did.
Themselves, and if they have a shot, to take the shot. Steal McMillan.
Kemp down the lane. And Foster back for the rebound.
Seattle's defense has been very active here early. Malone gets that one deep. And the easy two, or he's going to pull up and shoot the shot. Askew.
Stockton. That's his first miss of the game. Perkins with the rebound. 5 seconds for the quarter. Payton tried to go behind his back.
According to Ahmad and Jerry Sloan.
Russell now tight on Gary Payton, who gets by and goes through the lane. Frank Krakowski into the game now. His job to shadow Karl Malone. Shot clock down to 7. Malone around his man. Seen from Utah.
Yeah, Brian Russell playing some big guard. There's Sam Perkins.
Malone working on Krakowski. Turnaround. Too strong.
State of Washington.
Shawn Kemp looking for a way around Malone. And is fouled by Malone.
He's just helping him up. And
Play in the first half.
the man that they have to get started is Malone, and everything revolves around him. If he gets started, Russell gets shot. And Malone, they never quite get the screen set. Kemp inside.
Jerry Sloan wants a foul, doesn't get it. Here's Karl Malone working on Perkins.
Almost loses his balance. Drops that drop step leg back so far. Kemp comes right back with the same move. Kemp doesn't use the hitch that all the
Tap.
They want to set a pick and roll, and they don't get it set. That's been their problem when they try to play the two-man game.
Payton for 3 out of the corner. No. Rebound off to the Sonics. And Shrimp
off of Payton's backside.
Shrimp on the drive.
The number 3 guy and the offensive priority for the Utah Jazz, and Felton Spencer could never stop moving for them.
Stockton for Foster, gives it to Malone.
Nice pass.
Tough time this week of personal family matters, and he wanted everyone to know.
Thrives on tempo. What they want is an open court game. They don't have to bump and grind. They get a foul against John.
Has to do something in a hurry. He spins. Malone gets it away and hits. Good job by Stockton and Malone.
And the offensive flow at their end.
Hawkins takes the bump. Feeds Kemp. Shot clock down to 6. Malone backs in on Perkins and goes to the hook. He'll shoot 2.
Trailing on the break. He keeps both hands on it the whole time. And then at the very last minute, like him.
Payton on the move, back outside. Kemp. Payton out of the corner for 3. Look at it.
As Shawn Kemp makes this play, draws the defense, and in the corner, that is Payton
2 right now.
Payton down the lane. Got it. Sonics, Shawn Kemp with 16, Gary Payton with 10.
The guard to cut harder to the basket, try to get some easy buckets. Greg?
All right, Ahmad, thank you. Detlef Schrempf backs in, and then the turnaround on the baseline.
Hornets said he needs to take 20 shots in this game. He's only got 6 attempts. Terrible shot.
I may not get another shot, and that was wide open for Irvin Johnson. What they've got to do is get him going to the basket.
Too tentative by Chris Morris.
49-41. Stockton converts on the pass from Hornacek. Payton left open.
Hot shooter in the quarter, Detlef Schrempf, but when Russell has been guarding him, he hasn't been looking.
Shawn.
Clutch.
Stockton to the other side.
That allowed Utah to win that game and set the stage for tonight. Wild shot, Payton.
Well, Payton from one of his favorite spots on the floor didn't find anything. Russell for 3.
Chicago Bulls, they are going to be ready to play in the final.
Gary Payton. Straight.
Well, they got that spark, and Karl Malone hasn't really gotten a rhythm here in the third quarter. In order to quiet him down, Detlef Schrempf has really got to stay aggressive at the offensive end.
Kemp hits a second straight jumper from outside.
It's lost in the shuffle, but Kemp wants to guard Karl Malone this afternoon.
Malone goes to the left hand, doesn't fall. And now Malone losing his temper a bit at the other end.
He could get down. Shawn Kemp playing perfect basketball today. No fouling. Staying
the ball to Shawn Kemp now, who's being guarded by Malone.
Hawkins down the lane, kicks it out. Perkins alone for 3.
As poorly, Greg, as it's going for Utah, they're just down 3 points.
And Malone got the ball down low and drew the foul, so he will shoot 2.
That's not good.
14 turnovers so far tonight. Payton off the mark.
Giving the ball to cutters who can't do anything with it. You've got to be more selective.
Perkins, turnaround. Malone wants the ball down low and gets it back. Powers up, comes up short. Here come the Sonics again. Payton spins, retains control down the lane. Follows, no, tap up by...
Hornacek wincing out here behind the three-point line.
Double team on Malone. He finds Russell. What a shot! Oh, Brian Russell.
Look at him, look over his shoulder for the cutter, and against the high-flying Shawn Kemp, he's still able to...
Hornacek trying to shake Hersey Hawkins. Stockton drives past Askew. Doesn't get it to fall.
A little bit at his end of the floor. They're going against the shot clock now, one-on-one Payton.
Stockton forces him to the baseline, comes up shooting. Malone. Down low and back outside. Hersey Hawkins for 3.
At the offensive end.
Hornacek. And now Stockton. Shot clock is down to 5. Russell puts it up for 3.
Outshine John Stockton. He's been able to take him inside, create three-point opportunities for his teammates outside, and
Control of the tempo again.
Nate McMillan hit it. Stockton. Benoit tap, no good. Loose ball. Picked off by the Sonics, and that'll do it for the quarter. Payton spins on Stockton.
Back and forth with each other. It took Stockton a little while to get himself going.
Payton comes back, and Stockton with the steal from behind. Hornacek will push. Feeds Malone on the run.
Big timing.
Needs to get it away. Forces it over Malone. And
we haven't seen left side pick and roll today for Utah.
And Malone will not shoot. Utah inbounds the ball. Stockton.
The long arm to Sam.
The Sonics are best offensively when they go without thinking. If they stop and think, they don't do that. Payton wanted to be like Olajuwon was when they put them out of their misery last year. He wanted to have all the touches.
How about
Benoit?
Did 2 3-point field goals.
And coming over to commit the foul is Brian.
As well as the more relaxed attitude of George Karl. Oh, John.
Another step. Fourth quarter. Kemp.
Carr, Benoit.
Kemp. Tried to muscle it up. Perkins saves to Schrempf. Shot clock at 3. Schrempf long range. Jumper in. Malone. Whistle blows. Malone.
The Jazz aren't moving well.
Kemp.
The one time he double clutches, he
Lost his goggles off to the sideline. Malone. Karl
Kemp lately.
Payton looking for a way around Stockton.
And they never set up anything. This is just a one-on-one effort for Payton, left hand.
3:20 to play. Malone over Perkins.
Terrific defense by tonight.
Brian Russell on the move. The follow is good by Antoine Chip Brown. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Stockton. Shot clock at 2 on the run. In and out and back in again. 80.
John Stockton just able to break down the defense off the broken pick and roll and over
Fouls.
Well, they're trying to come to Kemp, and they want to get an inside score. Shawn Kemp.
And the whistle blows.
Payne still with no hitch back to that baseline side to set it all up. But clearly so much what the home court advantage is all about. Shawn Kemp, the David Benoit.
Hornacek. Hawkins got a piece of that. 40 seconds to play.
This Malone underneath the basket, wide open.
Too slow.
Russell for Malone, who got it.
If you're the Sonics, you want to have action going to the basket. You want to try to get the whistle if you can. Shawn Kemp.
And Foster gets the foul call.
Against Shawn Kemp, but watch Foster put his hands up in the air. Once he puts his hands up in the air, he's showing the ref that he's
9 from the free throw line.
Hit by Askew. Missed it.
Benoit, Russell, all on the floor. Stockton for Malone to the basket, and he'll shoot two.
Knowing Karl Malone is going to be rolling that big frame to the basket, there was a chance to...
He missed them both. Bryant Russell for three. The leader, no.